Hey guys, back again, just like I threatened. Today I'm wanting to talk about Darwin's theory of evolution and science in general, and the people who do not understand either. First, I find it very frustrating that there is a group of persons that make their life's work, apparently, the act of going about looking for evidence against Darwin's theory of evolution, because this is their big thing. This is a thing that they have got to make go away, and I don't know why. It doesn't agree with the Bible. That's all they know. And so they're looking for facts against it. Now, it's not that they are looking for facts attempting to falsify Darwin's theory that I find distasteful. That's what every single biologist and geologist does every day of their life. That's what we're trying to do as scientists. It's the fact that they go on and on telling people things with authority that are untrue, first, and secondly, they're telling these untrue things to people who do not know any better, which means they're propagating the stupid. They're getting that out further. They are not eliminating ignorance. They are fostering ignorance. This is not good. Their evidence is an old moldy text written by semi-nomadic cave dwellers in the desert. And it tells them that this book is absolutely true. All there is of truth is to be found in this book. So anything that doesn't agree with it is therefore false, because wonderful circular reasoning here. God exists because he said so in the Bible, and we know the Bible is true because God said he wrote it in the Bible. That ain't gonna wash. Getting back to the point, though. Everyone is really, really hot to break evolution. If you can do this, man, you'll get your name in lights. You will be famous. We will sing praises to you. We will give you a place of the highest honor. You will have money. You will be set. You'll probably get a Nobel, actually, if you can do that. Or at the very least, everybody's going to know who you are. But I mean, like 500 years from now, people are going to know who you were because you've managed to do this. So, what would it take to falsify the theory? And do we even know what theory means? Alright, I'm going to go ahead and tell everybody what theory means. I'm going to assume you don't know. For those who already do, I apologize. For everybody else, listen up. I'm talking to you. Whenever we say theory, what you hear is a guess. You hear that we have a guess. As a matter of fact, I've heard people tell me, well, that's just your theory. Darwin's theory it's just a theory and it's never been proven, and it never will be. And this person was especially unintelligent. You could tell because he screamed everything he said. So, mental damage aside, let's talk about what words mean in scientific context. A fact is worthless. Facts are important. Theory does not equal fact. It's nowhere close. Now, that may sound encouraging to you people, but it's anything but, really. A fact is something that you can observe and take data on really quickly, like skin color, hair color, eye color, how many wheels are on a car, whether or not it is a car, what make, what model, are you on asphalt or are you on dirt, are these Doritos or Fritos that you're holding in your hand? These things are fact. Now, what I think you're trying to say is that's just your hypothesis. And even that is nowhere close, because hypotheses are educated guesswork. That means you look at the facts, you say what explains these facts, and then you test it. If you don't test it, it's no good. This is what your little cave-dwelling people, oh, so long ago did. They looked at things and said, well, the sun comes up We're alive now, so after we die, maybe we'll be alive again. It was uneducated guesswork. And my favorite is that snails melt. Yes, that's how they move along. It says so right there. It says that snails melt. Uneducated guesswork. We know better than that. So what is a theory? A theory is an explanation for all the facts which is contradicted by none. Darwin's theory fits this category. For the last 150 years we've been trying to falsify it. And it is falsifiable. All you have to do is find one piece of evidence that contradicts it. If you can find one fact that is not explained, then the theory is bad and it needs to be discarded. We're careful about this so that we don't go throwing out good ideas. We want to make sure that the fact that we have really is the fact we think it is, and we try to fit it into the model some way. If it cannot be fit into the model, and there it stands, we got to get rid of it. So what would it take to get rid of evolution? What would it take to break it? Well, first of all, it would take something as simple as finding one single fossil out of place in the fossil record. A more complex organism existing before simpler ones came about, for example. Like, say, a mammal before fish evolved. If you could find that, that would do it. If you could find an insect with a double-lined cell wall, for example, that's something that's unique only to plants. According to our understanding right now, that cannot happen. These are two completely different lines, and they diverged a long time ago, so for an insect to have a double-lined cell wall, you've really got something there. You've got a real problem. And that would get your name in a few books, if you can come up with that. All you gotta do is find it now. And lastly, you seem to be operating under the impression that we are somehow trying to defend our theory. We're not. We're trying to destroy it. We're trying to falsify it. This is how we test it. And for 150 years, all the evidence has bolstered it. All the geological evidence, all the astronomical evidence, all of the physical evidence, all the zoological evidence, everything we've looked at does not falsify it for 150 years. Every person working in the sciences for the last century and a half has not been able to find a single piece of evidence that falsified Darwin's theory. So, what does this mean? It means, first of all, that it appears to be a good theory, and by attacking it in the way that you are attacking it, saying that it's just a piece of crap, you are attacking all of science for the last 150 years. You are saying that everything is false, that we know nothing except what is in your moldy book. Too bad that the things in your moldy book have been shown false over and over and over again. We've falsified a good deal of what you find in that book. And still, you defend it. You defend it out of what I assume to be fear. Fear not of us, but fear that we might be right. We're not trying to threaten you, but you feel threatened. Your faith is shaken. It is threatened. So you cling to the idea even more, because I don't know why you cling to bad ideas, but you do. And I really wish you'd stop. Eventually, one day, maybe millennia from now, we will get far enough away from the trees where we are no longer barely upright. And silly notions like religion will be washed away. And we will understand that we don't need them. But as long as that fear message is there, as long as the antithesis of truth is around, masquerading as truth, and masquerading as something beneficial, we will always have people who are scared. We will always have people who are living in fear, who are accepting wild and crazy things that do not make sense, have never made sense, and fly in the face of any brief period of reason as fact, as truth. And that is pretty dangerous. But you can come around anytime you're ready. We'll let you in. Hey everybody, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.